Putin may reopen McDonald's in Russia by lifting trademark restrictions, report.
Here's a summary of the article.
McDonald's fast food restaurants in Russia may open again against the corporation's wishes, The Washington Post reported Wednesday. On Tuesday, McDonald's announced it would close all of its 847 locations in Russia, but would continue to pay its 62,000 employees, after Vladimir Putin ordered the invasion of Ukraine. The decree, issued this week, illustrates the economic war waged around Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as the West levies sanctions and pulls away from Russia's huge oil and gas industry. Russian officials have also raised the possibility of lifting restrictions on some trademarks, according to state media, which could allow continued use of brands such as McDonald's that are withdrawing from Russia in droves, the Post reported. Intellectual property lawyer Josh Gerban says Russia's actions could scare off businesses even after the war ends. It's just another example of how Putin has forever changed the relationship that Russia will have with the world, Gerban said. Dozens of major businesses have suspended their operations in Russia, CNN reports.
This post received a score of 46,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It would be prime 2022 if the UN wasn't able to punish Russia for war, but McDonald's could sue them for selling unauthorized Big Macs.
Get the McMarines.
The McFew. The McProud.
Semper Fry.
No Western companies will return to Russia after doing this.
And they shouldn't for 20 years or more. It's the epitome of political risk. You can run your company perfectly and lose everything in a week because of the insanity of the political leadership.
An adult temper tantrum on a superpower scale. Looking at the last 2 weeks, I'm not so sure about the super part anymore.
Never was a superpower. USSR equals superpower, Russia equals shitshow.
All those companies that may have considered reopening after sanctions just changed their minds.
That was after Russia nationalized their assets.
Most companies announced they were pausing, instead of exiting, for that very reason.
It doesn't seem to matter. According to this source, just not being open will count as leaving. If a foreign company closes and isn't open again in 5 days, it'll go into administration. 3 months after that, they get nationalized.
New opening hours. 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. every 5th day. Unfortunately, the grill won't be operating, nor are the fryers. The shake machine is obviously broken. But hey, we have tap water. Drive-through only.
First, yes, I too acknowledge that this is deeply hilarious. Let's not gloss over what an economically terrifying precipice Russia seems to be careening over here. Now what? Russia successfully gets the sanctions lifted. This one little act is a declaration of economic independence of sort.
Greater than Russia successfully gets the sanctions lifted. That's a hilarious assumption. They'd have to make a ton of humiliating concessions for that to happen, not simply back down.
Yeah, Russia is fucked for at least a generation now. The only possible way I can see them getting out of this generational self-imposed fuckery is by full withdrawal of army, return of Crimea to Ukraine, massive reparations to Ukraine citizens, overthrowing government, and Putin, full and open elections monitored by multiple international election observers. There's so many problems with this list that I think WW3 is more likely. I'm not saying WW3 is going to happen, it's just more likely than this list happening, which is what is needed to unfuck Russia for its people. Putin would prefer to use chemical, biological or nuclear weapons to escalate the war in Ukraine rather than withdrawing, so I can't see them withdrawing under Putin.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.